This is Trojan News.
Welcome to Trojan News. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Miguel.
And we'll be your hosts for today. Trojan News journalist Erin Deutscher talks with the cast and crew of this year's hit musical Hello Dolly. She learns about their experience with the production.
Students at WHS showcased their efforts in a new whimsical musical, Hello Dolly, on February 24th, 25th, and 26th at Memorial Auditorium. Their process to get to the final performance was long and very challenging.
Hello Dolly is a play based on the 1890s era of refinement and love. The musical follows the story of Dolly Levi, a matchmaker who travels to Yonkers, New York to find a match for the well-known half-a-millionaire Horace Vandegelder. The director, Eric Parrish, had many decisions to make, including the decision on what musical to do.
Well, Hello Dolly is a big show, and it has a lot of principal characters, and I had mentioned that we have a lot of seniors this year, and so I wanted to be able to, feature their abilities and skills. But also we needed to train the underclassmen on what the process is and how to do this kind of thing, so that when they're seniors, that they're ready and they know what's going on.
The lead role, Dolly Levi, was given to the now famous Gloria G. She explained the hardest part of her role.
Probably Hello Dolly itself, because it wasn't in my range, but we did switch it to an octave, to its regular octave, so I should be able to sing it now. Just need to practice it.
The cast and crew brought the musical to life, but the hardest parts for both backstage and actors had been moving parts.
Definitely the coffee shop, I believe is what it's called, because there's 4 people sitting on it while I move it.
The waiting style is hard to perform because we have so many dance moves that it's like you kind of forget what to do.
We also asked Eric Parrish what his favorite song from the musical was.
But I think It Only Takes a Moment is just such a beautiful, romantic song. I was actually singing it in the shower this morning thinking, wow, this is a really good song. I should put this in my cabaret act.
Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Mahoney, both teachers at the high school, bought their tickets early and were excited to see the hard work of their students in the musical.
Oh, lots of reasons. I got to help direct Hello Dolly once upon a time. It's a great musical, so I'm excited to see the musical again. But more than that, I have a whole bunch of students that are in it, and I'm excited to see them perform. And Mr. Parrish is a good friend of mine, and I'm always excited to see his work.
I'm going for my old castmates from last year. There's a lot of people that I was able to perform with last year, and so to see, I know how talented they are, so to be able to see the production this year, I'm really excited about it.
Has loved Hello Dolly, and as the last days of the performance has come to an end, we can now say goodbye, Dolly. This has been Erin for Trojan News.
What a cool production. I'm sure glad I got to be a part of it. There's some exciting news surrounding the WHS wrestling team. Here's journalist Cooper McCoy to tell us more.
A standout wrestler, Ethan Meyer, is a senior at WHS, and he has recently committed to continue his wrestling career at Minnesota West.
Ethan is a senior here at WHS. He is an active 3-sport athlete. He participates in cross country, wrestling, and baseball. Later this winter, Ethan will be signing to wrestle at Minnesota West here in Worthington. For a lot of athletes participating in sports at the college level, the decision on where to go is a very tough decision. Ethan chose Minnesota West largely because of its coaches.
Personally, I think Minnesota West is great that it's around here. Meeting with CJ Nelson, Bob Purcell, and both Coach Curry and Coach Baker was great. They gave me great advice. Coach Baker and Coach Curry, they're super motivating, and they get to know each wrestler individually, which is great.
While the wrestling program at Minnesota West is still new and up and coming, they look forward to the future while they build a dominant team around young stars like Ethan. Back in October, Minnesota West started their recruitment process with Ethan by inviting him to practices and multiple text conversations between Ethan and Coach Curry, and since then, things have really taken off. There is a lot to look forward to while wrestling at the collegiate level. Ethan shares what he is most excited about.
I'm looking forward to mostly just learning wrestling at the college level. I know it's a lot tougher than high school. It's a 7-minute match. Usually in high school it's 6 minutes, but I think I'll have to get used to that. And I think personally it will help a lot because I'm trying to be a PE teacher and a wrestling coach.
Ethan has had a very successful wrestling career here at WHS. Now he has to start the transition into wrestling at Minnesota West. While wrestling in high school is difficult, wrestling at the collegiate level is much harder. Ethan shares how he will prepare himself for the tough task.
I'd say if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, just keep working hard, and by the time practice starts, just keep getting better, work hard, and I think that should pay off.
Coach Curry from Minnesota West shares how he thinks Ethan will improve the team.
He's got an opportunity to impact the team as soon as he steps on campus. With us rebuilding right now and kind of getting our feet under us, he's got an opportunity to be a leader as soon as he steps on campus.
Another wrestler here at WHS, Oscar Galvez, shares his favorite wrestling experience he has had with Ethan.
God, I think there's a lot of them. But I think it was when he beat, what's his name, Payne Gillen from Minnesota. He was ranked, and he beat him, I think, 3-1, but it was pretty close. I think that was a pretty exciting moment because that showed that he can compete with the best.
We are super excited for Ethan and his opportunity to continue his wrestling career at Minnesota West. We know he will surely take down his opponent with ease. This has been Cooper McCoy with Trojan News.
Wow, that's really exciting. I wish Ethan the best of luck next year at Minnesota West. The Trojan wrestling team will sure miss him. The Trojans basketball team had a great season and played in the semifinal game on March 11th against rivals New Ulm. Trojan News journalist Alexis Supamanachan looks into how they feel about this season.
The WHS boys basketball team had a successful winter season. They played in the Big South Conference Championship game.
Throughout the season, the boys basketball team did amazing. Their regular season is finished and they ended with a score of 19 wins and 5 losses. On Tuesday, February 28th, the boys played for the Big South Championship Conference and lost with a score of 66-58. Caleb Kanothi, the number 33 basketball player at WHS, speaks on how each loss impacts the team.
We had gone on a lot of runs this season with winning streaks, and getting a loss kind of just helped us keep our heads in check, wanting to win.
This year, the boys basketball team has a new coach, Clint Meyer. Since he became the coach, a lot has changed. Caleb Kanothi continues to talk about how the coaches impacted them as a team as well.
Different coach this year, so our coach, I would say, impacted it because a lot of the guys respect him, and he's just really focused and driven as our players are this year.
He explains that the defense strategy was strong this year and credits his coach.
So if we had a different coach, there might be a different center, of focusing on offense instead of defense, which we've got a lot of our success through defense this year.
Going into Tuesday's game, there was a positive outlook. They were ranked first in the AAA division. McKaylee Walu, senior and number 1 on the WHS boys basketball team, explains why the team is so motivated.
I think we all want to win, so everybody just goes out there and tries their best. So knowing that, it just motivates everybody else to do their best also.
Although the boys basketball team had a devastating defeat, overall they had a great season and are ready to fight in the championship again next year. This has been Alexis for Trojan News.
They earned second place in the Big South Section Championship. It sure looks like this season went great for them, even with the change of their head coach.
Thanks for watching Trojan News. This has been Johnny
and Miguel.
Catch you next time.